Good morning, all my dear students of class 5. As you can see in the name in the screen, the name of the chapter is chapter number 7, Aquatic Life, where which I have already studied in the Google Classroom, where we are going to learn about the aquatic life. It means the life or the different kind of species which lives in or on the surface or inside the water. The species, so I'm talking about the species of plants and animals both. So let us start the lesson. Before starting the lesson, let me give you a quick recap what we have learned in the last class. In the last class we have learned about the aquatic plant, where I taught you that plants that are adapted to live in water are called aquatic plants. There are four seas, they are found in seas, ocean, rivers, streams, lakes and ponds. Aquatic plants are of four types: free floating plants, rooted floating plants, submerged plants and emergent plants. So about free floating plant, I already told you that plants that float freely in water or on the surface of water are called free floating plant, and the presence of spongy air filled parts makes them light and help them to float easily. Their roots are not fixed to the soil and can absorb all nutrients from the soil. And some of the examples of free floating plant I already given you that those are duckweed, water fern, pistia or water lettuce and water hyacinth. So today let us start some of the new topics. Is all about the rooted floating plants. So now what it is written about rooted floating plants, just go to the paragraph. Let me explain. The roots of some plants are fixed in the soil, but their leaves float on the surface of water. The stems are hollow and supple, which help them to move with the water current and protect the plant from damage. Their leaves are flat and broad. Lotus and water lilies are examples of rooted floating plants. So about rooted floating plant, it is written that the roots of some plants are fixed in the soil, but their leaves float on the surface of the water. The stems are hollow and supple. Supple means very much flexible. So it can float anywhere with the water current or the water wave without damaging themselves. Some of the examples of rooted floating plants are lotus, water lily, etc. Next is submerged plants. So in submerged plants means plants that grow underwater and their roots are fixed in the soil. They are known as submerged plants. They have narrow needle-like leaves that allow the water currents to flow through them without causing damages to the leaves. They absorb water. They absorb carbon dioxide and keep the water clean. Tap grass or Vallisneria, hydrilla, and eelgrass are submerged plants. So submerged plants are the plants which lives underwater, and they have needle-like leaves which helps the water current to flow through them easily. Some of the and also they clean the water, they clarify the water, they make the water pollution free. How? By absorbing carbon dioxide. Some of the example of submerged plants are Vallisneria, hydrilla, and eelgrass. Here in the right hand side of the picture is a beautiful picture of hydrilla given. Next is about the emergent plants. So now about emergent plants, what is written about emergent plant, that emergent aquatic plants grow along the banks of ponds or lakes or in shallow and marshy areas. They have long narrow leaves that extend out of the water while the lower parts of these plants remains underwater. The narrow leaves help them to bend easily. It means they are very much flexible. They can bend themselves and prevent them from breaking when there is strong winds or waves. Bulrush and arum lily are emergent plants. So in this class I will end this class here. In the next class we will learn about aquatic animals and adaptation in aquatic animals, as well as we will learn about stagnant water and many other diseases which form due to the pollution, because of the pollution of the water. So I want you children to go through the lesson properly. Take care and bye.